15. Remember the adjustments. Do not add 4 plus 8 and put the number here. That would be totally wrong. So you need to apply the same treatment to the numerator as you did to the denominator. So this is 20 plus 24 times the least common denominator. Notice that I no longer need parentheses. The least common denominator in the second set of parentheses. The same, 4 and 3. So we have 4 minus 9. We continue. Do not try to simplify 20 with 15 because these are terms and this is a factor. Don't touch anything. So this is 44 over 15 times negative 5 over 12. First, we will take care of the signs or the resulting symbol. A positive times a negative because negative over positive will be negative. So this is negative and this is positive. So I have to have negative in front. After I establish the sign, now I have 44 over 15 times 5 over 12. Do not multiply. Simplify by 5. Say it again.
Saying simplify, which is what you're doing.
Excellent. Yes. And simplify by 4. A factor from the top and the factor from the denominator. Copy the sign. 11 times 1 is 11. 3 times 3 is 9. We have to take the integers out. Negative 1 and 2 over 9. Negative 1 and 2 over 9. Any questions on this problem? Any questions on this problem? Okay, let's continue with evaluating. So they're asking us to evaluate the following expressions. So we have x plus y everything squared for the given values. We have x minus y squared for the given values. So 13, 14, 15. They're all the same. You choose 16. And solving equations after that. So from 13 through 16, do we want to pick anything and work on it? Okay, so let's work on 14. So we have x minus y, everything squared, and we are told that x equals negative 3/4 and y equals 3/4. Type an integer or a simplified fraction. So let's work on this problem. First, you carefully have to replace the variables with the given values. And then you have to perform the operation step by step. Can anyone tell us what you wrote in parentheses?
Negative 6 over 4.
So you have negative 3 over 4 and minus 3 over 4. So indeed, negative 6 over 4, everything squared. I recommend simplify before you square. Always simplify. Always simplify. So simplify before you square. And inside you will get, when you simplify, negative 3 over 2, correct? You simplify 6 by 2 and you get 3, and 4 by 2 and you get 2. One factor from the top, one factor from the denominator. Now, always take care of the sign first. You are squaring negative numbers. What will the sign be of the outcome? Yes, it has to be positive. Now please square the numerator and square the denominator. That's it. We have to take the integers out if that's what they want. So it's 2 and 1 over 4. How do you know? 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9.
Could you explain how the integers work again?
Say it again.
Inside of the integers, right? The negative sign, right? Could you explain how it works inside and outside of the parentheses?
Yes, so negative 2 squared and negative 2 squared. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes. Here I square negative numbers, so I have to get a positive number. Here I'm not allowed to touch the negative. I have to square 2 and then multiply by negative 1.
Okay. Understood.
Is this okay?
Makes sense. I get it.
Okay. I don't want to
I had
forget.
the same answer. I just wondered if there's a really, like, most of the time I can do it in my head, but I just wondered if there's an efficient way to get the larger denominator, I mean the larger numerator over the smaller denominator into a mixed number.
It's the only way I can explain. You have to divide. 9 divided by 4 is 2 integers. The remainder is 1. 1 over 4.
Okay. I understand.
Yeah. I don't want to forget, if you have not registered for the test next week, not during class time, please. You may have a difficult time getting a spot. I hope everyone registered. If you do not finish all the work, you don't qualify to take the test.
On that, so I actually scheduled the test to be for this class time. Is that okay? I thought we were kind of
No, we do
substituting,
not.
but-
No, we never substitute. There is so much work in this class. No.
Okay, so that changed the time to an earlier time. or-
Earlier time, in the afternoon time, anytime, but not during class time, please, please. Class is never canceled.
Just a quick question about the test.
Sure.
So I'm assuming it obviously covers all the material thus far.
Modules
Is there a
1 and
certain-
module 2. Yes, modules 1 and 2.
Is it more weighted on module 2 or module 1 or?
It's on module 1 and module 2. I cannot remove anything. Everything is
Okay, I
important.
understand.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And for the sake of the test, everything obviously in simplest terms would be the way to do it.
Yes,
right?
you have to read the what the question is asking. Yes.
The problem. Okay, I understand. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yes.
And it'll always like specify.
Of course. Oh, absolutely, yes. And before I forget, Brandon, would you have a minute after class, please? Brandon,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So let's go on. Let's see if there is anything else here, or can we finish it up? See if you want to evaluate anything else. 5x minus y on 15. 3x minus 2y. Okay, solving equations. Solving equations. Solving equations. I need to do the number 19 anyway. This is a must. 19, 20, 21. Yes. So we have to stop for these three problems. In 19, we have 3/4 x equals -9. Perfect. Now, obviously, we have several ways, at least two, to think about it. In order to find x, I need to remove this number. I can do it in one step, or I can do it in 2 steps. The answer will be the same. Well, let's say we decide to do it in 1 step. If we do it in 1 step, which is highly recommended, first I want to explain something on the side. Only x times 1 over x is 1, or 1 over x times x is 1, or 1 over x times x over 1, because I simplify and I get 1. So what are these? These are called multiplicative inverses. Numerical examples. 1/2 times 2 over 1. 2/3 times 3 over 2. 1/7 times 7 over 1. These numbers are multiplicative inverses because every time I perform the product, I get 1. So the point I'm making, if I want to get rid of 1/2, I'll multiply by 2. If I want to get rid of 3/2, I'll multiply by 2/3. If I want to get rid of 7 over 1, I'll multiply by 1 over 7. Why? Because the answer that I need of the product is 1. So therefore, right here, what should I multiply by to get just 1x on the left-hand side?
3s.
Excellent. Excellent. Indeed. Why? Because 4 over 3 and 3 over 4 give me 1. They are multiplicative inverses. How come? Look, 4 and 4, 3 and 3. Because they are from the same category of multiplicative inverses. And I get rid of everything at once. Now, on the other side, I have to be careful. A negative times a positive is negative. I will change 9 into 9 over 1 because now I see that I can easily simplify by 3. Do not multiply before you simplify. X equals negative 12. Is this true? I have no clue. But I don't need no expert in this class or any other class to tell me whether it's true or false. I do not. I will do it on my own. 3 over 4 times negative 12. First of all, it's a negative number. And then when I simplify, I get negative 9. And this is what I have originally. So I will immediately say yes. That's the beauty with equations. You should never, ever, ever lose points on equations. Ever. You can always, in a blink, go back and check your answer. Any questions on this problem? This is not a trivial topic to understand. Although it looks, very easy, it's a little bit more sophisticated than what we've covered so far. Trying to understand multiplicative inverses. Because otherwise, you will have to do it in 2 steps. First, you'll have to multiply by 4, and then you have to divide by 3. What's the point? When I can easily get rid of fractions immediately in 1 step. Okay? Good. 20. What will you multiply by? Let's also work on this one. So we have negative 3 over 4 times x equals 6. And again, I don't want to forget, some of you are no longer registering in Pearson. So something is wrong. You either didn't pay before the 2 weeks were up. You're not going to be able to take the test next week. So please stay and talk to me after class. There are a few students who are completely out of the system. You're going to get a 0 for test 1 next week. It's not a good idea. Please, it's not a good idea. Please stay so we can talk about this. I do not have any codes. If they gave me any codes or any entry points, I would have given it to you, but I do not have any. Okay, so please. First here, I wanted to talk about the sign because this may trip some students. A negative over a positive is a negative number. First, I recommend let's multiply by -1. Get rid of the symbol from the left-hand side. Do you have to do this? No. If you're comfortable, just multiply by 4 over -3. That's okay. But I recommend this option. Multiply both sides by -1. -3/4 x equals -6. And now get rid of the fraction in front. What do we need to multiply both sides by? Don't ever forget both sides by.
4/3.
Yes, so we're going to multiply by 4/3 to get rid of, because these are multiplicative inverses, not when you add them, but when you multiply them, multiplicative inverses. When we multiply them, we get 1, and that's what we want. Now on this side, you can put 6 over 1 and already simplify by 3. So the answer is -8. Is it true? I have no clue. I'll plug it in. -3 over 4 times -8. The sign is positive, so 3 over 4 times 8, I'll simplify, and I get 6. And then I'll say yes. Any questions? Yes. Nadi, go ahead.
Oh, you lost me really fast.
Oh, which part?
So 8 times 3 is 24. 4 on 4. Okay, I get it.
I don't recommend you multiply. I recommend simplify first.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you. I mean, everybody develops their own style, which is fine. But you make it more difficult on yourself if you multiply first. That's just an idea. Good. I think this is a different story. We have to move 1/5 to the other side. We are not multiplying because they're terms. So on this one, the x minus 1/5 equals 9/5. Remember, this is a different story. When I move -1/5 to the other side, it's a term, I'm allowed to. I add it. So x equals 10 over 5, so x equals 2. That's nice. Perfect. Good. Okay. First, this is another situation in which I will not ever, ever not take care of the sign first. Ever, ever, ever. First, take care of the sign. And we get 3/5 x equals 15. Now you will say, I have to multiply both sides by?
5/3.
Yes. Yes. So then the left-hand side is just x. That's why I chose 5/3, because these are multiplicative inverses. So then here I will simplify, and the answer is 25. Is it true? I don't know. Go back and check. I think that this is okay now. Okay, I want to work on this problem. 2/3 of a number is 5/6. 2/3 of a number is 5/6. 2/3 of a number is 5/6. Find the number. Okay, we're gonna write the equation. Good, ready? 2/3. What does of mean? What operation?
Multiplication.
Yes. By a number, what do you write?
And
Good. Is, what do I replace is by?
equals
5/6. That's it. Perfect. What will I multiply both sides by?
3/2.
3/2. Don't forget both sides. Otherwise, you're not going to get the correct answer. So then x equals, of course, I will simplify always, and I get 5/4. Good. Okay, and the last one here, and so we can move on. The perimeter of the figure is 19. So if it's 19, we have to add everything all around. So 2 plus 7/8x plus x plus 7/2 and plus 6. We're asked to find x. So I went from one corner, 2 plus 7/8x plus x plus 7/2 plus 6. Remember, we have to completely clean it up. Completely clean it up before we proceed. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep these two terms that have x on one side. I am going to move everything else to the other. So the 2 plus the 6 is an 8. But it's positive, and I move it to the other side. 19 minus 8 is 11. I also have to move 7/2. So minus 7/2 equals 7/8x plus x. Now it's okay to multiply both sides by the least common denominator to clear all fractions at once. I see 4 fractions, and you can say not really. This is over 1, this is over 1. So I see 4 fractions, and the least common denominator is 1, 2, 8, and 1.
8.
Very good. We are going to multiply everything one by 8. Okay? 11 times 8, 88. Minus. Do not multiply. Write it on the side. 7/2 times 8/1 and simplify by 2. Negative 28 equals 7/8 times 8 is 7x. 7x/8 is 7x. Plus 8 times x is 8x. Now, 88 minus 28 is 60. 7 plus 8x, 7x plus 8x is 15x. I divide and I get 4. Is it true? No clue. I'm not just saying it. The answer is indeed no clue. I have no idea. But it will take a short time to verify. So I'll replace this by 4 and this by 4. The left-hand side is 19. I'm going to have to check if this gives me 19 when I replace x by 4. If this piece happens not to be 19, I will say this is incorrect. If all this is 19, then I'll say it's the same. Check yes. So 2 plus When I multiply by 4, I simplify and I get 7 over 2 plus 4 plus 7 over 2 and plus 6. So this is 12. And this is 14 over 2, which is 7. So the answer is indeed 19. I will say yes. Especially on a test, I will not move on to the next problem before I check my answer. Especially on equations, because I can. But also pace yourselves. You don't want to spend on equation 15 minutes because you want to finish the test and also get to the extra credit. Any questions? Okay. That was it. And 2.5. Now we're going to talk about decimals. How to add and subtract decimals, how to multiply and divide decimals, and the algebra with decimals, and equations. Okay. So, okay, 2.6. Good. What are these decimals? Let me just explain a few things. So this is 2.6 decimals. And I'm on page 11. Let me see where my video is.